Well, there's just what is this, which is already everything, or nothing. So this what is isn't separate, yet separation may seems to be appearing this as just a story, but there is no real separation. And this, what is already whole and complete. So it can never be known, it can never be understood, it can never be described because it's already everything. There's nobody to describe it, there's nobody to know it, to find it, or to become one with it, because it's the only thing that is. So it's already everything. There's already nobody who's searching. There's already nobody who's looking for it because everything is it. The separate self has never existed. The separate self is just already this appearing as a separate self. So there's no real separate self who can do anything, who can know anything. All is this already, no matter what shape or form it may appear to be. And that which is looking from behind those eyes is not a man, it's not a woman, it's not a human being. It's no thing. But there may be thoughts coming up saying, oh, I'm Charles looking at my computer screen, I'm talking to Ngozi. But those are just thoughts. Those are just words appearing. But behind those words, there is nobody. They are not appearing for somebody, and they are not being thoughts, or they are not being, there is no thinker of that, of those words. They're just words appearing and disappearing. So the thinker of thoughts is just another thought, which is nothing. So the thinker is the same as the other thoughts that are appearing in this. And there is no wrong or right here. It's just what's happening. And what seems to be happening isn't happening to anybody, for anybody. It's just what's happening. It may seem as if it's going somewhere, but it's never really going anywhere. This as it is isn't moving already. There's already nowhere to get to. There's already nothing to achieve. There's already nobody to fall away. There's just what's happening. So this, what is already timeless. There's no time already. There's no past. There's no future. There's no present. There's just this. So what seems to be the separate Noah is just exactly this, appearing as a separate Noah, the one who wants to know. So nothing is separate already, no matter which direction is taken, no matter what is being discussed here. If discussion about work appears, that's this too, appearing as that. If discussion about the weather, the world, that's this, exactly this, what is, appearing as that. So really there is no escape. There's no escaping this. Because all there is this. So somehow what seems to be things that are seen, they always have that silence behind them. There is that silence in everything that is seen, or what seems to be things. It's like everything is saying there's simply this. It's like everything is saying the same thing. That's all there is this. There's nothing, there's nothing more, there's nothing less. So there's that beauty in everything, because everything seems to be new, always new, because there's no time, there's no yesterday, there's no tomorrow, there's no morning, there's no afternoon, there's no evening, there's just this now. In this already, there's no past, Your whole entire life is just a thought appearing in this now. What seems to be the past is already appearing in this now as this. There's never a real past. There's no past. It's just a thought which seems to appear in this. There is no memory. So there is never not now. There is never not this. And the me is already not there. The me may seem to be an imagination that is appearing in this now. It's just imagine. There's no real separate me. And right now, there's nobody who's talking, and there's nobody who's listening. There can be a thought that says, "Oh, I'm listening." That's it. There's nobody behind that. It's just a thought appearing in this. And it appears to say, "I'm listening." Now I'm no longer listening to this. So it's just a voice that keeps on running and running and running. It's not an evidence that there's a real somebody who's there. Just like when you switch on the radio station, somebody would just talk, start to talk. But when you open the radio, you cannot find the one who's talking there. There's just wires, battery, and so forth. So in the same way, the body may be operated on to really find somebody there, but can only find intestines, hearts, liver. There's nobody there. The body itself is innocent, but the one who claims to be the body is false. So, so what is destined to happen in the body will happen. Whether there is somebody who claims that, oh, I wish to do this and that. So everything is beautiful because everything is an expression of this. It's beautiful even when any direction is taken. Because the one who claims that, oh, this, I don't like this, I like that, has never been found, except as a thought. So who is really bothered by what seems to be happening? It's just a thought that constructs. There is really nobody to suffer. There is really nobody to get angry. There is really nobody to be hurt. This, as it is already empty. All sensations, all thinking, all wondering is already empty. There is no doer of that. And this, what is, isn't being done by anybody. It's just what appears to happen.
So let me ask you.
Yes.
Sometimes in the morning or at night, thinking of your words, or, well, not thinking of your words. I'm not thinking of your words. And it's all just there, you know. The mind dissipates. I forget who I am. Feel at one with whatever I'm looking at. Just quiet. And then other times, somebody says something or does something unfair, and I get pissed off. Right. So there's no difference between those two states. Right. There's no difference between those two states because it's all just what is. One is preferable to the experience of the state to the other, right? It feels better to be in spiritual bliss than to be pissed off. So there's a perceived difference.
Yes. They are both not happening, or they are both happening to nobody. The blissful states and the one that you find yourself being pissed off, like the states of knots, or the blissful states and the states that seems to not to be blissful. Those two states are no states, and they're not happening to anybody. It's just this appearing of that. There's no sorry. So
You're just a little
alarm clock.
stiff.
They are both not happening to anybody. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You were a little laggy there for a minute, but now you're back.
Okay. Yeah, those states, they are not happening to anybody. There's nobody who's really experiencing anything. There's just what appears to happen. Blissful happening and non-blissful happening. But there might be something that seems to say, oh, I prefer bliss.
That's my
But
experience.
it's nobody's experience.
It's experience. It may belong to nobody, but it's experience.
Yeah, if there is anger or that's frustration, when that anger or frustration is looked at as it is, without any judgment that it's wrong, it's not supposed to happen. When it is accepted, and allowed to be as it is, and looked as it is, and looked at as it is, it will be seen that it's nothing. But when something seems to say, oh, it shouldn't be happening, that's one somehow seems to uh, cause some apparent problems. But being in that neutrality, as neutrality itself, being in that state of neutrality, everything is seen. It comes and goes. If bliss comes, uh, it's not. There's nothing that is trying to grab it. And it's in the same way when the opposite of bliss comes, and there will be nothing that is going to try to grab it. Is that neutrality? Everything is allowed to be as it is. It comes and goes. Everything is accepted as it is. There's no judgment. Everything is nothing, if I may say. Yeah, it's very important to when anger seems to come or bliss seems to appear. Um, Blissful states, and the state is not blissful. When it seems to appear, it's very important just to check that that which seems to appear is appearing to whom, because there's always that assumption that is appearing to me. you know, you as what exactly? So when that is looked at, then it is seen clearly that uh, everything is nothing. Everything is nothing. When this uh, dreams or dreams itself as a person, then it may seem to have preferences. You see, oh, I like that, but I don't like that one. But when the dream ends, then everything is seen just the way it is. The judgment may seem not to arise because there is nobody to judge and there is nothing to judge. Oh, there's nothing to be judged. See? So there is never really a, a separate self, somebody who's separate. That's a dream. It's just a dream. It's just this appearing to dream itself as a separate self, but there's no real separate self. That's why I always say the separate self is imagined, because the separate self doesn't exist. It's not here. There's nothing here. And thought seems to be here, but when there is looking, they are not thoughts. So there's nothing here. There's nobody to find anything. There's nobody to do anything. There's nobody to fall away. It's simply what's happening. If there's anger arising, then there might be something that seems to say, but it's wrong to be angry. You shouldn't be angry. But when it's allowed to be as it is, you know, just allowed to play out until it's exhausted itself. You know, it should be seen as just nothing.
When I get
Meaning
angry,
doesn't last.
when I get angry, my inclination is to avoid it. You know, if I feel something starting to make me angry, just go over there. You know,
Yeah, but you know, it's not an advice. No, it's just what's coming up here right now. But next time you should try a different approach. Just when anger
just be angry.
comes up, no, just watch it. Just watch it. Watch anger. You know, don't just allow it. I don't know how to put it. Just allow. Even though what I'm saying right now is not just
Yeah.
a concept, but you know, there's nobody to even allow anything. But um, we can be in that state of neutrality, just be nothing. That sensation, you know, just watch it. Don't get rid of it. Don't judge it, and you'll see. in the same way, when there's something that brings joy, happiness, you know, don't don't try to hold on to it, to grab it. Just uh, when there is a meditation happening as well, and there's the blissful states is arising. You know, don't don't be excited and just to watch it in its initial position. And as well, when there are thoughts running in the background, those thoughts don't. Yesterday did this, in the future, need to, when you're doing your meditations. Yeah, just don't try to get rid of anything.
Normally I could try to
Allow
come home around.
everything.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, everything can be allowed to express fully. If anger is so it's too much, allow it to express itself fully. Just be there, be nothing that you are. Watch it. There will be something to say, but it's too much. It's too much. No, just be there. And then it will be seen that it's nothing. It's nothing. The next time it comes, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind. Same goes with the the bodily sensations. When maybe the heart is pumping very hard, you know, heartbeat is strong. Something may seem to say, "Oh, you're gonna die."
Yeah.
If you don't do something about it, you're going to die. Just watch that, you know, allow that to play out, allow it to express fully. Don't do anything about it. You'll see that everything comes and goes. Nothing ever comes to stay. It's like when you are sitting on uh, you're watching a show on the stage. Then different performances they come. Some they come to dance, they dance and dance, and then they go off the stage. Another one will come to sing, then the performance ends. Another one will come to perform anything, maybe play guitar, piano, it's like that. Everything comes and goes.
I don't have the time. Let's see what we're doing here. Oh, 7:50. Okay, we've got more time before you need stuff. There we go. Sometimes I find indifference scary.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conditioning.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conditioning to care.
Yeah, this as it is already shapeless. And what you really are is shapeless. Has no shape. It's vast. It's appearing as every apparent human beings, every tree, every animal, the rain, the space, the multiverses, planets, appearing as everything, but itself as it is nothing. It's already deathless. It's already birthless. It's already here. So recognition uh, happens, or when recognition happens, it is recognized that uh, everything is this. There's no need. There's no somewhere out there. It's just here. Yeah. It is recognized here that everything. This is everything. There's no distance. Distance is imagined. Distance is just a story. Distance has to do with being somebody who's in the body. And you say, I'm here as this body, and you are there. But there's no distance. Everywhere is nowhere. It's just this. There's no distance to cover. There's really nothing to do. This is effortless and obvious to itself. This can never be found because there's no finder already. It's just this. Even what appears to be the finder is already this. So there's nothing to find. There's nobody to find anything. There's just this, what is. And this is beyond any description. It can never really be described. Words can be used as just concepts to describe the indescribable. So it's already here, whole and complete. There's no distance to cover. There's not even one step to take towards this. Even thinking about it, it's already late. Yet it's appearing as that. Before there can be, or before you can say, let me, it's already here. Before you can think about anything, it's already here. So it can never be found because it was never lost. It is never lost. That which is looking from behind those eyes is already this. There is no man already. There's no woman already. There's simply this. And there may be thoughts appearing, which may also include the thinker as just another thought, one of the thoughts. So if the thinker is a thought, then who's behind that? What's behind that? What says that?
Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. The one who says, oh, I need to go to the loo. This is just a thought. It's just a voice in the head. So behind that is just vastness, which is also appearing as a thought.
And then the one who pees their pants because they don't go to the loo? Who is that? Actions have consequences.
Same goes with the one who says, I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
It's being washed. But he is being washed as nothing because it's nothing. It's just nothing. It's not a thing that can be pointed at. It's so that's which is looking right now. It's just nothing looking. But in the story, it may be seen as just nothing looking as a man. I'm looking at the world as a woman. I'm looking at the world as a man. I'm looking at this world as a child. Mhm. That's just a story. But that's which is looking is nothing.
So the dog that looks at the world doesn't know it's a dog. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't know.
But it's very territorial. Another dog passes.
Yeah, in the way it expresses this, expresses as that. In a way, uh, is very, or this expresses as everything, but the all different expressions, they are very unique in their own. They have the way of like, they're very unique. Same as human beings when they express, or this expresses as human beings, that's there are certain qualities that may seem to be different somehow. Like a swirl, is has its own way of expressing, behaving to other squads and to other what seems to be other enemies.
We have these deer out here. You know what deer are, right?
A deer, yeah.
Deer, yeah. So many deer out here, and you know, there's nothing in their genetic memory. Deer are born walking. They come out of the womb, they get up and they walk, you know. Genetic memory informs like so much of their behavior. and there's nothing in their genetic memory that resembles a car. So there's so many deer around here, and there's just like you just go down the road and just like slaughtered deer after slaughtered deer, vultures pecking at these deer.
Mm. Wow.
It's just terrible. They're so majestic too. Sometimes, you'll be driving and you'll come by a ton of them and they're just gorgeous and they'll meander in front of your car. You probably have problems like that in Africa too, I would expect.
So they walk past the streets, across the streets, like slowly, or they just shoots, they go fast.
Well, they freeze, if there's sometimes they meander across the streets, sometimes they'll run away, but a lot of times they'll just stop wherever they are and just look, you know, because they're just confused. If they see two headlights, there's an expression, deer in the headlights, they just freeze. They don't know what they're perceiving. So you have to honk and then they'll run away. Um, but I mean, just the way they perceive danger is just not, they can't learn it. You know, they can't they can't realize, they can't talk to each other and realize, hey, we got to stop doing this. Just have to wait till all the ones that behave like that are dead, and somehow the other ones will genetically, I don't know. I don't know. Why did I say that? Why did I get up on this tangent? The way that this expresses itself doesn't always work well, you know, as we see in the Middle East, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but see, everything as it is beautiful because really there's no separation. So there's never, there's nobody to die already because there's nobody who's living. But in the story, it may seem as if, when it seems as if there's somebody who's living life, then it may seem as if there's somebody who has died. But that's just a story. It's not real, it's unreal. So when it's a sin that there's no separation, a sin that there's nobody to die. Who is there to die if there's no separation? Everything's this.
Ideas, ideas in this die. Ideas of deer die.
And there was no deer in the first place. So
There was the idea of the deer. There was the thought of the deer.
yeah,
Something in the simulation.
yeah. Simulation. There's nobody who's real. It's the same as when you're watching a movie in the cinema. Just a movie. It's not it's just a movie. This doesn't see the other, sees itself as everything. So it doesn't lose itself. It can never lose itself. When the body drops, that means nothing. Nothing happened. It means nothing to this. It's just a body. It's just a body. It's nothing. There's no man or woman. There's no real chance inside the body. Every body is empty. All bodies are empty. Even right now,
Pardon?
the body is empty. Even right now, that body is empty.
Right.
It is empty. And also bunch of thoughts appearing. Memory thoughts, thoughts of memory. I am. It's just another thought.
Thoughts of the loo. I'm having thoughts of the loo.
Just a thought.
We will see. Hopefully just a thought.
Yeah. Even when there's no thinking about going to the loo, they'll be just going to the loo. That doesn't require a think of thought to say, oh, I'm gonna go to the loo.
Well, Nkosi, I think I'll let you go and go to the loo.
Okay. You're welcome.
Maybe any homework? Anything coming
Yeah,
up?
I think the one that I mentioned earlier on, that's just watching,
Yeah.
watch
Watch it.
the blissful states. Don't grab it, watch it, and watch and maybe being pissed seems to appear. Watch it. Don't
Good.
get rid of anything. Yeah,
Okay, Nkosi. Thank you. I will talk to you next Tuesday.
yeah, definitely. You're welcome.